Alright, what's going on everyone? So this is going to be a quick video on the Flashguard 3000. Well, it's kind of a modified system. I bought it off eBay. The globe is for a 3000B. The actual flash head itself is a 3000. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and undo these screws so I can show you guys the insides. But it's kind of cold out here today. It's like 20 some odd degrees out here, but I thought I'd do this video today instead of later because it's supposed to drop like a rock this week. By the way, today is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to all you guys, because this video is probably going to go up. Most of you guys probably won't see it until either Christmas or after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, guys. And also, I got 2 new beacons added to the collection, which I'll go over here in just a second once I get these screws undone. I will say this is one bad thing I do not like about this system is it's not a quick latch system like the Flash Tech systems. You have to undo these like 4 screws or 5 screws. That's these little tiny handles like that. There we go. Oh, come on, let go. There we go. So there's the insides. You have the 2 trigger transformers. These are internal triggered arc flash tubes, so there's no windings going around. You have an interlock right here. So a normal 3-position interlock. There's the terminal block. 7 conductors, including the ground. And it tells you what wire does what. So we'll close this up. That's pretty much all there is. On the inside you can see the flash tubes and the reflectors themselves. Real quick, I'm going to go over the 2 new beacons that got added. This is the Frankenstein Beacon. This is technically the casing is a Flashguard, or Flash Tech, I don't know, I keep saying Flashguard, Flash Tech FH308, and it's got a FH306 base plate in there. That beacon was only like $100 some odd to make, so it came with no hardware too, so I had to make my own hardware for it, which was pretty simple. And then here, this is one beacon that I've wanted for a long time, ever since I've known what it was up on them towers and smokestacks and stuff. And it is the Flash Technology FTB205-10. You can see the type of beacon there is. Bought this beacon. This was a $299 beacon with a $157 shipping charge. So it was $457. And there's the insides of it. The only thing that I had to do was, whenever I got this beacon, the mirror that's down there was bowed out, and this piece of glass that's here was gone. So I don't know, I imagine they were trying to focus the light even more. I don't know why, but that's what they were trying to do. In fact, here, I'll go ahead and plug it in for you guys. Get the power cord here. But so far, this is the cheapest beacon that I've ever bought that I did not need to really do much for. All the internals are okay. The only thing I had to do is buy a sheet of glass for it. There it is. It is bright. Now, one thing that I need to get for this thing is a controller. Since I don't have a controller, it just automatically goes into day mode unless I manually tap it, which is those few points right there I tap into. So there you guys go. Flash Technology FTB205. Unplug it real fast. Alright, so there's that one. If you guys want, I can do a video on it, on how to change the modes without a controller and what different modes look like. So there's that. I've got the 125s mounted. Alright, so now to the main part of this video, which is the Flashguard 3000. Now this beacon is both a 115 and 230 volt system. Whatever voltage you want, you can run it on. This is a plug-and-play system, so you can get multiple voltage cards and all that stuff. So you got the high voltage card, the trigger, the timing and trigger board, and the sync monitor board. You can get a timing and trigger board that you can configure for both a 3000 and a 2000 via the DIP switches. So you can configure this board however you want. I have it already preset for the 3000, obviously. One thing you can do, which I'll go over in a few minutes, is you can actually make this thing go into Failsafe mode and make it look like a Flashguard 2000. So if you want to see what a Flashguard 2000 would look like, you can make it happen. You have your capacitor bank here. I don't know the ratings of them. I really haven't had to replace them, so I don't know them. I know this is your daytime, and that's your night, and I believe that's a load tuning capacitor maybe. I can't think off the top of my head. You got the two relays. You have your interlock and your night-day relay. You have your terminal block going out to your beacon. You have all your alarm inputs and all that stuff in the main input. And then you have your side light relay, which I do not have hooked up, obviously, considering there's the two wires that go out to it. And there's your fuse block right there. So it requires 10 amp fuse. Right now I have it set for night mode, so we'll go ahead and I'll pull the interlock. Oh, I guess I need to flip the switch on first. There we go. Now we got power. So there it is. Now the alarm LED clicked on for the side light modules, so kind of expected that because I don't have side lights. We'll flip it in the day mode. So it's pretty bright. So we'll flip it in night mode, and I'll do what I said with making it go into a failsafe mode. Or emergency mode, actually. I just noticed that. If you watch here, you can see it arc. Wait for it. There it is. That's very cool. Alright, so we're going to push this little tiny switch right here. We're going to hold it in for a certain amount of time. Watch your LEDs. There you go. So that's how you make a Flashguard 3000 flash like a Flashguard 2000 just by a push of a button. Now you can flip the switches on the DIP. You can flip the DIP switches to make it manually do that. So when you flip it into night mode, it'll automatically do that. So there you guys go. And to clear this alarm, all you have to do is switch it back into day, and you're good. So that's it. That's all it is. The alarm, there it goes. Our alarm relay clicked on. So that's it. That's all this light is. Actually, something cool if you watch this. As soon as I flick the power off, the trigger transformer is going to discharge the capacitor bank. There it goes. So that, actually, this is a beacon here, and the two SS125s are the only ones that I know that actually discharge their capacitor bank, or discharge through the trigger transformer. So there it is. Pretty simple. Took me a while because when I bought this, it did not come with the circuit boards there, so I had to buy all those new. But everything else was okay in it. Went through, checked all the bolts, checked everything, make sure everything was snugged up. I did not have to do any continuity testing because I was stupid enough to not do that. Actually, when I first got this beacon, one of the, I believe it was the timing and trigger, or maybe it was the sync monitor, I can't remember. One of those boards was bad, and I was getting a sync pulse going into it, but it was not discharging it, so it wasn't actually flashing. So there's that one. Pretty simple, like I said. You just got to know what you're doing, I guess. So I'll flip the power off and we'll close the door. The serial plate's not even filled out. There it is. Now this was a slave, so this was probably one of three mounted below the master. I believe typically they mount the masters on the very top, I believe, but I don't know for sure though. But there you guys go. Flashguard 3000. Complete walkthrough. If you guys want, I can do a video on the FH306 and PC312, which I'll probably do next anyway. I've already done the video on the 125s, which if If you guys want, I can do more in-depth on those too, which I believe I did, but I can do it anyway. And the FTB205, which I honestly want to do a video on this one because it's my favorite. And for anyone who wants to get one or who can get one, I recommend it because they are, like the 125s, you need a sync pulse for them to flash at 40 flashes a minute. This one automatically does it without anything. Speaking of that, you viewers, if you know anyone who has an FTC 140, or I believe it's the FTC 121, let me know. I would love to get one. I hate having to manually tap into the terminals up there. These terminals right there. I hate having to do that. So if you guys can help me get one, that would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, if you guys got any questions about any of these beacons, please comment down below. If you guys want to see a specific video on a specific beacon, please comment. I'll do that one next. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.